Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, and today I wanted to make a video about what I learned in my 20s. Before I get started and the tips that I have for you guys, I have 10 tips here that I've written in my manifestation journal. And I'll talk a little bit about that at the end when I get through my 10 tips I want to give you guys. But I wanted to first say thank you to all the people that have subscribed to my channel. So far, I have about 280 subscribers. So I'm totally excited about that. I was inspired to create a channel just talking about Airbnb, my journey to becoming, creating financial wealth and financial security. And I wanted to also make videos to motivate young women as they're growing and learning about themselves. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed so far to my channel. And if you guys want to see anything specific or a topic that you want me to touch on more, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to post more content regarding that topic. So for the things that I learned in my 20s, first, I just want to say, before I get into this, my 20s, first of all, I'm 31 right now. I'm 31 years old, and when I turned 30, that's when it really hit me that there were certain things that I hadn't done yet in my life that I wanted to experience. And, you know, things kind of get real when you hit that big 3-0. And that's when I started reflecting more on my life and doing a lot more self-development. So whenever I meet younger girls, or not young because they're not that much younger than me, but when I meet young women that are like 24, 25, and they're asking me advice about life, I myself feel like I'm still trying to figure it out, but I do enjoy sharing what I've learned so far in my journey of life. So the first thing that I want to share is you don't have to have it all figured out. So first of all, I must say I am extremely hard on myself. I've always been kind of like a perfectionist, and I think most nurses that's kind of how we are. We have that A-type personality. So I've always been very wanted to be the best at everything and wanted to be very clear on what I was trying to pursue. So I decided I wanted to be a nurse actually at the age of 12 years old. So that was my goal and a path that I had been on for a very long time. I knew what university I wanted to go to, what program I wanted to go through. I thought I literally had it all figured out. But once I got into my career, I realized that it wasn't something that I was actually passionate about. And so I would say maybe around 25, that's when I started to just explore more about expanding what I could possibly do in my nursing career outside of just working at the bedside inpatient, and also developing other things outside of nursing that I do enjoy that could possibly bring me money. So one of those things have been real estate for me. I really do enjoy real estate. It's always been something that I was interested in, and that's kind of how I eventually got into the whole Airbnb business. So that's one of my side hustles that I have right now. So you don't have to have it all figured out. And even when you hit 30, if you don't have it figured all out, it's okay. Like, you're going to keep evolving and growing. And that's what I've learned from other women that are older than me. You're always changing, and your wants and desires are always going to change. So girl, don't be hard on yourself. So number 2, you don't have to explain yourself. So that kind of goes hand in hand with what I just said, right? So a lot of times if we were on this path, or if we were one way, or if we always were known for doing this, when we do change, we might feel like we have to explain the changes that we make on our path to becoming the person that we truly are. But you don't have to explain yourself. And as you change, the people that are meant to be in your life, the people that are really in your corner, and the people that are meant to be your true friends, they're not going to require you or make you feel like you have to explain yourself. Now, you'll have situations where, you know, we choose our friends, right? But our family members, we don't pick them. So sometimes they might make you feel like you have to explain yourself. For example, for me, at this age, 31, I'm single, I don't have any children, but I do want to have children in the future one day. So a lot of times I feel like I'm having to explain myself to my family why I don't have kids right now, why this, why that, why haven't I taken the path that they took as far as having children at a younger age. And I just realized this year at 31, I don't have to explain myself. That is something that I desire, that is something that I want, but that is something that is going to happen when it's meant to be and when it's supposed to happen at the right time. And it just hasn't happened right now because it's not time for it to happen in this moment. So you don't have to explain yourself, girl. Oh, and number 3, this is actually very important. I probably should have made this number 1. Be very intentional about your dating. So, we're in our 20s, we're having a good time, we're going out, we're mixing and mingling, and most likely you may, not everybody now, because it depends on you as a woman, but sometimes we're dating for fun and we're not being intentional about what we want and desire, which most of the time is eventually going to be marriage and children. So when you're out there dating, just be more aware of the type of people that you're providing company to, and you don't want to wait to the last minute to get serious about dating. So, I say live life, have fun, meet people, but you do want to be intentional about your dating sooner than later, okay? So, number 4, it's okay to start over and change careers. So, I'm still in the nursing field right now. I don't know how much longer I'll be a nurse, but I do have plans to one day transition to something else. Not quite sure what that will be yet, but in the time being, I'm developing my business. I'm finding other interests that I have, and eventually I will make that transition out of nursing. So I've had friends that have gone back to school. People have decided they don't want to be a nurse anymore and they completely give it up and do something else. But sometimes we feel that if we went to college for this thing and we, fought hard, blood, sweat, and tears to get this degree, we feel like we have to stay in this career because of that. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is your happiness. So if you're not happy in your career and what you're doing, then make that change. I'm very solution oriented, and I feel like we should only do things in life that we're happy, that makes us happy and brings us joy. And if it doesn't bring us happiness and joy, try to find things outside of work that bring you that happiness and joy, and at the same time, explore your options and see what else is out there, because you never know, okay? So that was number 4. Number 5 is live in the moment, plan for the future. So that's kind of like 2 in 1, right? So live in the moment, plan for the future. So you want to enjoy life now, not always be so serious. I'm kind of bad with that. But you want to always be planning for the future. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? So enjoy the time and the things that you're doing within this season, within this day, wherever you're at. Be grateful and have gratitude for where you're at right now in life. But always have some type of plan that you're working towards. Let's say a plan or a goal for that year, a plan or a goal for 5 years, a plan or goal for 10 years. So one of my goals that I was able to accomplish a couple months ago was to buy a house. I wanted to be able to buy a house by myself before I eventually, get married and have my own family. This is something that I wanted to be able to do on my own, just so I know that I was able to do it, So live in a moment, but definitely always be planning for the future, okay, guys? And, this is really important. I wish I would have really focused on this more, especially when I was in college. Number 6, get you a mentor. And I'm still in the process of trying to get an actual mentor that I go to often and kind of learn from and get their views and perspective on different things in life. But that is so essential and it's so useful when you have someone that has been there, done that, and you're able to learn from their mistakes and not necessarily have to learn the hard way. So in my situation, I feel like a lot of experiences that I've had in life were kind of the hard lesson. I had to kind of learn as I go. And so I'll probably be a great mentor to a younger one, like to someone else, like when I get older, or even now. Like I give advice all the time to like younger women or friends and things like that, women that might look up to me. But if I would have had a mentor at 20, definitely at 21, or when I graduated from college, it would have saved me a lot of heartache and money if I would have had a mentor. So get somebody that you look up to, and even if you don't know them in real life, have somebody that you might idolize, that you just like the things that they're doing with their life. For example, like one that might be a mentor or someone that we might all look up to is Oprah. She has a lot of things that she does, and there's a lot that she has done in her life that we can look up to. So she's one person that I definitely look up to. And oh, this is a good one. So number 7, save your money and invest as soon as possible. So guys, if you are in college, once you graduate, start saving that money. I know it's tempting to go on that trip, to buy all the Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and not saying don't buy it, like definitely, treat yourself, right? But the faster you're able to save up money to get that house and make those investments, let's say if you decide you want to take a year off, or you just change how you feel about your career, or if you just want options, when you have investments and you've already been investing, when you get older, it makes it a lot easier and gives you a lot more flexibility to be able to do what you want. So definitely save your money and invest, and learn a lot about finances and read books and things like that. That's definitely one thing that I'm working on, is learning more about financial literacy, educating myself. So that's definitely something very important, guys. And number 8, create a strong network. So it's very important to have people around you that are either, how should I say this? It's good to have an environment or a network, a circle of people where you can grow, so people that you can look up to, people that can give you advice, and also a strong friendship. So it doesn't always have to be like a business thing, but for sure you want to have a good network of people that you can always call on, and people that you can get advice from and things like that. It's important to have those strong network circles, because it's going to be so essential to utilize that when you find yourself in different situations in life, or just need some type of advice. And maybe this person is good in finances, this person is in healthcare, this person is a lawyer. Those are different people that you can go to in different times that you might need them in your life. You just never know. So that's definitely important. And number 9 is invest time in doing your inner work. So this is more about investing in doing your self-development, reading those books, going to a therapist, just building up this inner part. Because a lot of times, guys, what we attract in life and the things that we experience, it has a lot to do with whatever is going on inside of you. And that's what I had to learn at 30, right? So at 30, when I had certain situations repeatedly showing up in my life, I had to really be real with myself and say, like maybe this is showing up because there's some inner work that I need to do. There's something going on inside of me that is causing this one thing to show up in my life over and over again. So one example is like my work environment, right? I've always had these work environments that were just very difficult and tough to work in. I always had very tough people or coworkers that I was working with, and maybe a situation where it was maybe hard to get along with different nurses. And I had to start realizing that maybe it wasn't exactly the work environment or the people I was working with. Not only that, but also how I was reacting and what I was putting out in these situations that was attracting those type of jobs, people, co-workers, situations to me. So once I started doing my inner work, I realized that my work environment, even if it wasn't perfect and it wasn't ideal, it always eventually got better because my perspective was better, and I was just inside of me wasn't always reacting and seeing the bad in people. So definitely do your inner work, y'all. And number 10, one of the most important things I want to let you guys know is take care of your body. So make sure you're taking your supplements, making sure that you're exercising, moving your body. Even at 30, that's not old, but if you're not working out, stretching, you're gonna start feeling old. So make sure you're drinking your water. All those things are really important to keep ourselves young and youthful and looking good and being able to really enjoy a full, vibrant life, y'all. So as I was saying, this is my manifestation journal. I bought this journal about a year ago during a time that was really, really difficult to me. My mom had just passed away and I was really going through a lot of things and I needed something to kind of be like an outlet for me. So I bought this journal and I write either things that I want to manifest or have come true in life. And I just kind of dream. I kind of visualize the life that I want. And a lot of things, if not everything that I have written in this journal has definitely come true. So, and thank you for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Please give a thumbs up and like this video and more content to come. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.